Guys, so I got a hold of Mugo's entire interview and what prompts JUX's name to be even brought up in the first place. As you can see, what Mugo does best is eat celebrities' nyash to pay his own bills. Know that Mugo had something to say about JUX the other day. And of course, to the person that he baited to talk about JUX, whom unfortunately, I feel bad for because he's a legend and he had no business speaking the way he did. Got some nice dragging from his own people. So Mugo decided to do an interview today. Okay, he was having some sort of endorsement deals, and you all know wherever that happened in TZ, honey, because they want that publicity, they always like to bring us some drama. So Mugo asked for what make JUX bigger. And honey, I'm going to show this academic dwarf some little of accolades, like what JUX has really achieved in the short period of time and what makes him even more greater than Alikiba. Yeah, we can't take away from what he has done, but based off of what he said, honey, all that he has done in the past, literally going in the toilet on my books, disrespectfully, of course. In my opinion, if you want to argue, go find an ancestor and do it with it. So this is JUX's wedding, honey, being discussed next to the billionaires of Nigerian, honey. Yes, that right there is JUX being discussed next to Davido. This is another JUX, honey, album, not his marriage or album being discussed among us, the best albums to drop, or rather to have dropped in 2025. Mind you, non-Swahili listeners supporting him more. Secondly, that right there is JUX. Number 2, next to Diamond Platnumz. These are most listened to on Spotify. Look at where Mugu's husband is at. Number 8. And number 3, that is husband number 2 of Mugu. Let's go to 2025 YouTube. Honey, look at where JUX is. 18. Look at Mugu's husband, honey. 8.5, 10 million down. Let's look at the other one. He asked for it. Let's give it to him. These are Audiomack, okay? The most listened on Audiomack. Look at where JUX is. Look at where Mugu's second husband is. The first husband is nowhere to be seen, no. Chinekeme, you ask for it, we go give it to you where. Many more, honey. We haven't even counted the Headies Awards. We haven't even counted the Trace Awards. You know what I'm saying? People like to pick and choose on when to use certain things.
Like kama alionekana ni mtu kama amepani.
Hajapani Alikiba ndivyo alivyo maisha yake yale.
Kwa mujibu wa comment za
sawa, wanasema Alikiba hawezi kupani kwa mtu kama JUX.
Anamuonea wivu. Unaona kwamba sasa na maendeleo yanaenda international na nzuri Nigeria na nzuri kwa tofauti. Kama Alikiba like kama anaonekana ana wivu na JUX.
Sasa nikwambie kama
so the blogger asked Mugu. It seemed like what Alikiba, or rather how Alikiba handled the question that you asked him, it came off a little bit more like jealousy and envy because of how JUX is out here doing so well. If you look at streaming platforms, JUX has surpassed Alikiba. Of course, all he kept on saying is there's nothing to envy about JUX, that is how Alikiba is. So he's literally admitting that Alikiba is arrogant, jealous, and of course very egoistic man. Let's listen to more.
Sasa JUX aliyofanya afanye mwenyewe tuone. Hayo unasema wanafanya nenda international. Afanye mwenyewe tuone. Asitumie mwamvuli wa Mwambino. Kama anafika Tambula.
Mwambino mkubwa sio.
Mwambino unakubwa gani? Mwambino mjaja anatumia.
Then went ahead and said that let JUX do what he's doing now without a Diamond Platnumz help. And of course the blogger goes ahead and asks him, so you're admitting that Diamond Platnumz is actually bigger than Alikiba? And then he went ahead and said, no, that's not true, that's not what I'm saying. All I'm trying to say is Diamond Platnumz is using money to get where he is. And at that point I'm like, you are the one who always say that Diamond is not that rich. Why can't Alikiba use what he have to get at least where Diamond Platnumz is? My opinion again. Yeah, you're going to say he's a honest man and he need to do things without cheating. At that point, I'm like, this all sound familiar. Let's listen to more of this, you guys.
Lazima mweke some respect kwa Alikiba. Ana ukubwa upi wa kuoa? Upi ukubwa wake niache upi? Wakati tunakuja tulikuwa tuna describe ukubwa upi? Ukubwa wa ndugu yangu wewe. We are going with wanasema vivid examples.
Sir, vivid example are the one that I just put on your screen, sir, okay? So he then went ahead and said that what shows that JUX is big? Honey, I've already shown you just a little of what shows that he is surpassing. Already surpassed your husband number one, okay? And unless you are in denial and you are out here gaslighting to pay your bills, then you ought to be the most person I've ever seen, sir. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys, let me tell you, if today JUX decided to embrace this person and allow this person to hang around him, because you all remember, they're the ones that were denied them access to go in the wedding. Okay, they wanted to go there and do the most. And JUX was like, nah, there's some people who don't want even near the venue. And if JUX was to do that, you would see how this guy will be out here praising JUX's name. As long as you're paying him, he'll be out here praising you and doing this. But as long as you're not doing that, and probably you're hanging out or associating with other people, then you are bad.
Msanii anachokifanya ndio tunaona value anakwenda kufanya. Unaposema JUX mkubwa, tuweke numbers ambazo zimemfanya apige step kutoka moja sehemu nyingine kimziki. Sio kimashughuli na ushirikiano. Ushirikiano ni sehemu pekee ambayo mtu inakubeba, ukiacha mwenyewe umeanguka.
I don't know who that blogger is, but I'm assuming it's Bongo 5. But that guy was asking some legit questions. And every time he's trying to ask him some legit questions, he kept on cutting him off. Because he ain't that stupid, honey. So the guy kept on went ahead and asked him, like, numbers don't lie. We're seeing that the numbers are growing rapidly. And he kept on saying, oh, without collaboration. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me give you something without collaboration. Well, JUX's EP, he did not collaborate with Diamond Platnumz, okay? All the songs there, I think he only collaborated 2 people. That was Diamond Platnumz, the artist, D-Voice, and I think J Melody, if I'm not mistaken, right? And the songs that he collaborated with are not doing that good than the song that he's in alone. My Sheila is doing tremendously good. If you check on it on the streaming platforms, look at the song God's Design. Look at God's Design and how it charted so highly on West African streaming music platforms. They only want to say that Diamond Platnumz helped JUX to discredit JUX. But then at the same time, when they're being asked, so that means that Diamond Platnumz have a power to actually make somebody become bigger. Then they say, no, that's not true. It's because they're using music, they're using money. I'm like, okay, if they're using money to get where they are, then how comes you guys are not doing the same? Since you're saying that they don't have money like that. You know what I'm saying? And this reminds me when Harmonize talked about the fact that the show in the UK barely have 1K, yet our very own BN, okay? O2 Arena is almost sold out, baby. If you go on the website, it's almost sold out. That is our very own Kenyan BN, almost sold out. But the dude is out here trying to console himself by bringing some people down because he sees that he's not getting anywhere. All these people that are out here trashing JUX, they try to get JUX on their box when they notice that JUX's ship was going like crazy. Like at that point, JUX had a speedboat, honey. Not even a speedboat, the big one. What do they call them now? The big one, like the Noah and the Ark, that one. When they noticed that JUX's boat was going so speed, they wanted to jump on that boat. But unfortunately, JUX was already gone so fast, they couldn't jump. And now that they're seeing that people who are next to JUX are eating good, they're hating. They're hating on JUX because they can't comprehend. They don't even know how it happened. JUX, if you ask him, he doesn't know because he wasn't the one who did it. It is the universe, the Lord, call it whatever you want to call it, baby. Okay? Anyway, it is what it is. Tell me how you all feel about it down in the comment section. Please don't forget us. Please don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment. Follow me on Nigerians. Oh my God, what am I missing? Anyway, it's your Mrs. Odinaka in the house. Keep it classy. See you on my next one. Ciao.